Good morning. Hey everyone. Yeah, it's early. I have a cup of tea and breakfast. Um, Crazy that it's 5 p.m. over there. Crazy. I'm trying to work, then work. Feels like the right time for a tequila. Well, I have an orange and I was gonna have healthy toast, but I really just wanted marmalade. So that's what I'm doing. I'm barely awake, but I'm here. Thank you. I washed it yesterday so it's not dusty and making me sneeze. Well, yeah. Hi, Evan. But work is boring and the stream is entertaining. Can you do both? Also, you don't know this stream is entertaining yet. I don't even know where I'm going today. I assume I'm going to some other planet. But which one? Do I know? Nope. What will we find? Will we find anything at all? I hope so. Hi, Danny. Vegeta, I swear to God. Thanks. They're so easy to do, and my hair is a shit show at the moment. It's like Christmas or it's already or something. I'm from Planet Finland. I know. You know, this is the second week in a row I've done like a very early stream. Um, it's very hard for me to be live this early. No, Blue. No, he did not. We'll still have to wait. My God. I love marmalade. So yummy. Glorious. Although I will be honest, this thing is drowning in butter. Drowning. Mm, it's good. I will say, maybe the worst thing I've learnt this week is that spending $11 on the gluten-free bread was potentially worth it. Don't forget to ping Discord. You make a good point. I was just hungry. I got distracted. No, this is the step up from normal gluten-free bread. Dotty. It's like gluten-free sprouted seed loaf, but it doesn't have corn in it. And it's really good. And what I fear is tragic news. I'm gonna have to buy it again. Ugh. It's gluten-free, free range. I mean, it is. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. It was this one. Why can't I click on it? For some reason, it won't let me click on it. But it was this one. Gluten-free, made with sourdough culture. But I can't click on it. It won't give me details. Duresque. It's because I want to play video games, but I don't want to change up the schedule for everybody because like obviously the schedule kind of has to remain in some ways so that I can like pay my bills, but I really want to play this fucking video game, and so I'm playing it outside of my normal hours. Blue, it's not the worst idea. You're a genius. I am extracurricular streaming. Also, I love Mop. So please go watch Mop if you want to. Okay, this is a really good orange too. Oh my god. The days, they're just so good at the moment. For no particular reason. Isn't that crazy? And I journaled last night again. Also, I've got videos for us to watch. I've got 2 videos that I scrolled this morning and I found really helpful. And I assume you guys might too, and it might set you on a interesting path. Well, it's not really self-help. It's from my favorite lady at the moment, No Nonsense Spirituality. Not the supposed to be sleeping. Hi, Soon. I mean, I am extremely privileged to know that I can go live at this time and have an audience. What do you mean? Like, how are you here? Like, no one should be here. Like, what? Hello? Yeah, but you're a long time lurker with a lot of context, Angry. What are you doing here streaming at this hour? I just wanted to play video games. Can't a girl fucking just want to play video games first thing in the morning? What do you want from me? I really want to fucking fly my spaceship and solve my puzzles and meet aliens, all right? Angry, I swear to God. That's not a good bit of orange. I know it's unexpected. Oh, hi, Bob. Mm. Wow, I'm really fucking with people today, aren't I? I feel powerful. I like being surprising. Oh my god, I think he's moving something from fucking Colorado to Alabama, Blue. Like, I woke up, there was no news, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, okay. There's more bullshit. Just more bullshit. Just the bullshit goes on. Space Force Command moved. This is a full-blown house deposit, so...
I cleaned most of my house today, and I thought of you the entire time. I'd how that makes you feel, but there it is. Happy almost 5 years.
Is it because of the advice I've given around cleaning, Athena? Or because I'm like dirt? Thank you for the 59 months. That's so nice. Because Alabama lost jobs because of Trump cuts. Shocking. Oh, I need to ping. Sorry. Let me ping Discord. Oh. Tiny. Thank you. Very grateful for that one. I was gonna do the thing, but I did get distracted by breakfast. You're 100% correct. The read is on. Hi, MDA. Probably. I was thinking, I don't know why this particular Aussie woman is encouraging me, but let's roll with it. Well, maybe because it's been hard for me too, but I've come so far in like looking after myself, and I wish I had known it earlier, or like anything that you can learn at any point and implement is so positive, if that makes sense. But the biggest thing is that it's never too late. It's so easy. Like it's so easy to think it's too late to change, or it's so easy to think that certain skills have passed you by, or uh-oh. Oh, Pixel's fine. She had a salty treat yesterday, that's why her cough's bad. This is a full-blown house deposit, so...
Hello, it's 35 months of implementing positive walks. There is truth in boob walk when you're a Turk who goes baggerk. And bless you.
Vega, thank you for the 35 months. I'm so grateful. And what we did in the shadows, thanks for the 100 bits. Did you see I saw the TV glow? No. There is still time. No. The quote that plays in the back of my head is, there are so many things you will miss because you think you're too old to experience them. And then I thought about it, and I thought, there have been things I've thought I was too old to do since I was 14. Like when I was 14 and I was like, great, now I'm never going to be a Disney star. And it turns out, guys, I was never going to be a Disney star. But, you know, it's weird how you can just think you're too old to do anything at 14. But you know all the songs? I don't know. I feel like I became a pretty close second. I sing Disney songs for like 200 people sometimes. And it's kind of better because I didn't get the drug addiction or like the abuse that comes with, being a child star, and I just get to sing the Disney songs. So, you know, it all worked out for the best. I don't know. I think there's just much I wish I had have internalized younger, if that makes sense. And one of those things is these things. Hold on. So this is the one that really got me this morning. This will be, I think, particularly relevant to Evan. Um,
AutoRank said many years ago, which has been proven.
Hold on. I just want to show you.
By lots of studies on depressive realism and things like that, is that if you're nihilistic, your biggest problem is not that you're wrong, it's that you're right, and that you lack the necessary illusions of healthy psychological functioning.
The term depressive realism was formed in the 1970s, the late 1970s, around studies that show that people who were high in depression were low in optimism bias. Non-depressed people have all kinds of illusions about their competence, about, stories that tell them that things are going to be okay, that they have more control than they do, that they're more likely to succeed than they actually are, that they're more important than they actually are. I mean, all kinds of illusions that help them to feel motivation in their life and not feel depressed. Which brings us to the question, how do you do therapy for people who aren't depressed because they need a little bit more sunshine, or they could work on their friendship situation, or they could get a better job, things that could be fixed? What if they're depressed because they're seeing reality clearly and they can't subscribe to the illusions that normies have in order to have some kind of basic level of happiness? So depressive realism is this double-edged sword where it's more accurate in the short term because you're a realist rather.
Confluenza. That's not what this woman is doing. She is one of my favorite intellectuals. She speaks to me on a level. She is no, Excalibur, it gets so good. She gives you practical advice. It's so good. She is my favorite intellectual at the moment. She could go head to head with Jordan Peterson. Truly. Anyway.
Rather than an optimist, but in the long term, it's harmful because it prevents long-term motivation, long-term hope, long-term action, which could actually make your life better. Sometimes neurotypical people can kind of choose to I'm going to choose this illusion, which is very difficult for neurodiverse people to do because they're I see the illusion, I can try to play this little game with other people, but I am just not feeling it because this is so stupid. This is just an illusion. So the most effective approaches to depressive realism, backed by research, is number one, meaning making instead of illusions. So this would be like logo.
By head to head, I mean she would own the fuck out of him. And I would love to watch it. I would love to watch it.
Therapy. This isn't hiding from reality. It's what's the story that you can create within reality. Behavioral activation therapy, this is getting you involved in life experientially, even when you don't feel the motivation to do so. So this would be like setting a goal that you're going to work on this thing for a year that you think could improve your quality of life. And even though you don't feel the motivation now, kind of committing to it so that you can be in the experience of life rather than withdrawing. Number three, mindfulness and acceptance. Anytime that we can practice sitting with what is and just accept what is so that it can then allow us to decide how we want to respond. All that's really good for your mental health. Number four is social connections, which requires a lot of vulnerability, which is going to require a lot of shut down, because not everyone is going to be wanting to play in this world without their illusions, but a lot of people do, and you're never going to find them until you take your mask off. There's a huge difference between feeling like a comet's going to hit the earth, but you're the only one to see it, and having that comet still going to hit the earth in a week and you're gathered around with your friends eating popcorn. There's a big difference between the experience of those two experiences, even if the comet is still coming. Next is states of flow or states of awe, which I talk about a lot in No Nonsense Spirituality. We don't have to leave reality to experience these things. They help us get out of our ticker tape of neurotic nonsense kind of going on in our brain and actually just experience being alive and what it is to be alive. And that it is a kind of lottery, and there is something beautiful about it, even in the horrors. And then last is psychedelic assisted therapy, where we can kind of turn on your joy and your sense of being and your sense of oneness, that we can turn off your ego brain, your brain that kind of thinks obsessively about meaninglessness or death or the horrors of it all. And that way we can grow to be big enough to hold both the horrors and the lottery and joy of what it is to experience existence, that you got to poke your head out in this universe and experience existence, experience being, and that we can be big enough to hold both while it's our turn, and then our turn ends and we can let it go when our turn is over. Things that don't work for depressive realism: gratitude journals, positive affirmations, just think happy thoughts, cognitive behavioral therapy, but only when you're trying to call your negative thoughts cognitive distortions, because sometimes they're not. That's actually reality. Religious or spiritual bypassing: God has a plan, everything happens in a reason, everything happens for a reason, it'll make sense in the next life. Relying on pleasures as coping strategies will not last very long also. Another thing that is a warning sign, and we have studies that show this: reading only Schopenhauer and Nietzsche, really kind of dark and deep philosophy, intellectualizing without any grounding in community or your body or the experience of life, will tend to spiral you into paralysis rather than help you be able to meet life as it is. Also, what can do harm is any therapist who treats them like they're broken or they're wrong in some way, rather than you're absolutely right, how are we going to build a life inside of what you're seeing here, that can actually cause harm. So with depressive realism, we never argue with reality. Instead, we have to build existential resilience through experiences and core values and the story that you're telling with your life, and awe and connection. And there's still a life that could be worth living at the level of experience, even when you see through the illusions and you feel like you're alone in it. You can choose a life of illusion and delusion. You can decide Delulu is the Solulu. But if you want to be a little bit more brave with your life, I think there's something extraordinarily brave in the people that I see who don't look away from the horrors of life and the absurdity of where we find ourselves, and also grow to build a life that can meet it. I don't have all the answers. In fact, I don't have any answers, but it's the journey I'm on, and I'm happy to have you on board.
It's pretty good, isn't it? Don't you reckon? I think I accidentally did this to myself, by the way. Yeah. Me too, Adirba. They're not. She's a TikToker. No Nonsense Spirituality, if you want to look her up. She's just incredible. Every single video I see of hers is just... I've got another one for us as well, because I just want to... She has really... Like, I would say I accidentally implemented a lot of that in my own life, especially the life is just doing things and you can't think your way into a good life. You have to live your life towards a good life. You can't just sit and think about life. You won't ever get anywhere. You just have to live it. And sometimes it feels a little weird, but you just do it anyway, you know? I need to watch that again to catch the entire thing. Let me just make sure I've linked it for everyone. Hold
Otto
on.
Rank said many years ago, which has been proven by lots of studies on depressive realism and things like that, is that if you're nihilistic, your biggest problem is not that you're wrong, it's that you're right, and that you lack the necessary illusions of healthy psychological functioning.
The term depressive realism was formed in the 1970s, the late 1970s.
There you go. And I'll show you the second one I saved for us.
Petition to bring back gossip. In evolutionary psychology, gossip has been the social glue that holds us together beyond just kinship ties. And it does a couple of things. The first thing that it does is it just helps social connection. You feel like you're a part of privileged information, which really helps your social bonds. It also carries useful information. This was our first news network about who's trustworthy and who's not. In small societies back then and today, gossip was the way to regulate behavior, because if someone's hoarding food, it helps to talk about it to maintain fairness before there was a court system. It's also how we practice learning how humans work by trying to figure out their motivations behind what they're doing. And gossip was condemned because it gives women narrative power, especially when they are communicating with each other.
Again, we've had this conversation before, but she says it really well.
It has to call gossip a sin, and it has to shut it down so that women cannot be talking to each other and controlling the narrative, so that men and patriarchy can then control the narrative. So demonizing gossip was the way that men could act badly with no social consequences and also interpret what was religious truth. Now, that doesn't mean like I sit around a table and I just talk about all the people that I hate, and I do it from a place of ego where I put people down in order that I feel better. Like, I don't think that that is healthy, and that's an ego game that we can get out of. But when we're talking about trying to understand people and talking about what people do and why they may be doing it, absolutely we should be doing this behavior. So if you want better relationships, you want to understand yourself better, you want to understand human nature better, and you want the world to be more just, bring back gossip. So make the tea, bring the tea, pour the tea. It's good for you and your relationships. It's good for society because it helps us to curb and control and understand antisocial behavior and pro-social behavior, which is good for all of us. And if you watch Trad Wives, you'll notice that they will say things like, my husband is my best friend, I don't prioritize female friendships, I don't have a lot of friends during this phase of my life. And what they're saying is, I so support the patriarchy that I'm not going to be in a system of communication anywhere outside of this, which makes you very vulnerable. It makes you very vulnerable as a woman. Because the best way to control women is disconnect them from their autonomy with their bodies, so control their reproductive rights, make sure that they're pregnant and always taking care of children, and then disconnect them from any kind of network that is openly discussing healthy or unhealthy human behavior. And if you can disconnect a woman from those two things, you can control her.
Now, we have had some semblance of that conversation before. I know we have. But I find it very interesting. And especially anyway, that's all. Do I not understand what gossip is because I've never seen it as a good thing and only toxic? Dottie, I feel like that's a really common masculine perspective and a misunderstanding of what gossip is. Because I think under patriarchy, oftentimes men experience relationships with other men as they don't have as many words between you, right? Your camaraderie comes from other things, right? But for a very long period of history, the only way women were allowed to exert influence was through their words, and not necessarily from a place of authority. It had to be very gentle. For example, like obviously I just finished watching Shogun, and there's an incredible line in that show where basically one of the guys says, I sent a woman to do what an army never could. And it is because of the role of women in that time, but also how incredibly talented this woman was with her words and her social awareness and the way she was able to talk to people while seemingly having no influence, but having a lot of influence at the same time. And it can be really difficult because it's not like everybody engages in conversation in a different ways. Datalem, it is really hard. I can download them and post them in Discord for you if you want. Because you can download this woman's videos. And what I'm finding really nice is that all of these thoughts that this woman talks about, I already know, but she is so succinct. Like the way she talks, she is so well educated, but she really does articulate herself in an incredibly accessible way. And I enjoy it a lot. And so she was raised in the church, and she studied every religion. So she spent her 30s reading every single book she could possibly get her hands on. And now in her 40s, she is out here like, she's like, the meaning of life was not found in a book. I've read them all. And that doesn't mean that you should read. But she's like, the meaning of life isn't found in a book. The meaning of life is the life that you go out and you live. That is the meaning of life. And Miggy, she is, oh my God, I just want to be her. The reason I've started reading so much more again is because of her. And yes, I'm reading sci-fi, but it doesn't matter because like even like watching things like Foundation gives you perspective. Consuming media of any kind gives you perspective. And I think, you know, I do want to be relatively well read, but it is hard to find the time. And having taken her advice in that the meaning of life was never found in a book, I'm going to try and balance it with just actually, you know, living and making sure I can talk about these things to other people in a way that's accessible. Night Juicy, have a good one. Mickey, did you see the first video? The first video that we watched of hers on nihilism, I just think is such an important one for everyone. Chat, do you want to watch it again so I can show Mickey? I'm at work though. Oh well, who cares? They should pay you for your good mental health. Because I know there were a couple of people who wanted to watch it anyway. Yeah. I'll play it once more for you guys.
Otto Rank said many years ago, which has been proven by lots of studies on depressive realism and things like that, is that if you're nihilistic, your biggest problem is not that you're wrong, it's that you're right. And that you lack the necessary illusions of healthy psychological functioning.
The term depressive realism was formed in the 1970s, the late 1970s, around studies that show that people who were high in depression were low in optimism bias. Non-depressed people have all kinds of illusions about their competence, about, you know, stories that tell them that things are going to be okay, that they have more control than they do, that they're more likely to succeed than they actually are, that they're more important than they actually are. I mean, all kinds of illusions that help them to feel motivation in their life and not feel depressed. Which brings us to the question, how do you do therapy for people who aren't depressed because they like need a little bit more sunshine, or they could work on their friendship situation, or they could get a better job, things that could be fixed? What if they're depressed because they're seeing reality clearly and they can't subscribe to the illusions that normies have in order to have some kind of basic level of happiness? So depressive realism is this double-edged sword where it's more accurate in the short term because you're a realist rather than an optimist, but in the long term it's harmful because it prevents long-term motivation, long-term hope, long-term action, which could actually
Well,
make
Vox, she
your life
doesn't
better.
follow me.
Sometimes neurotypical people can kind of
I'm
choose
jealous.
to like, oh, I'm going to choose this illusion, which is very difficult for neurodiverse people to do because they're like, I see the illusion. I can try to like play this little game with other people, but I am just not feeling it because this is so stupid. This is just an illusion. So the most effective approaches to depressive realism, backed by research, is number one, meaning making instead of illusions. So this would be like logotherapy. This isn't hiding from reality. It's what's the story that you can create within reality. Behavioral activation therapy, this is getting you involved in life experientially, even when you don't feel the motivation to do so. So this would be like setting a goal that you're going to work on this thing for a year that you think could improve your quality of life. And even though you don't feel the motivation now, kind of committing to it so that you can be in the experience of life rather than withdrawing. Number three, mindfulness and acceptance. Anytime that we can practice sitting with what is and just accept what is so that it can then allow us to decide how we want to respond. All that's really good for your mental health. Number four is social connections, which requires a lot of vulnerability, which is going to require a lot of shutdown because not everyone is going to be wanting to play in this world without their illusions, but a lot of people do, and you're never going to find them until you take your mask off. There's a huge difference between feeling like a comet's going to hit the earth, but you're the only one to see it, and having that comet still going to hit the earth in a week and you're gathered around with your friends eating popcorn. There's a big difference between the experience of those two experiences, even if the comet is still coming. Next is states of flow or states of awe, which I talk about a lot in No Nonsense Spirituality. We don't have to leave reality to experience these things. They help us get out of our ticker tape of neurotic nonsense kind of going on in our brain and actually just experience being alive and what it is to be alive. And that it is a kind of lottery and there is something beautiful about it, even in the horrors. And then last is psychedelic assisted therapy, where we can kind of turn on your joy and your sense of being and your sense of oneness, that we can turn off your ego brain, your brain that kind of thinks obsessively about meaninglessness or death or the horrors of it all. And that way we can grow to be big enough to hold both the horrors and the lottery and joy of what it is to experience existence.
I know, her articulation is incredible, Miggy.
Experience being, and that we can be big enough to hold both while it's our turn, and then our turn ends and we can let it go when our turn is over. Things that don't work for depressive realism: gratitude journals, positive affirmations, just think happy thoughts, cognitive behavioral therapy, but only when you're trying to call your negative thoughts cognitive distortions, because sometimes they're not. That's actually reality. Religious or spiritual bypassing, God has a plan, everything happens in a reason.
No, there's a lot of work on psychedelics and fixing brain connections.
Pleasures as coping strategies will not last very long also. Another thing that is a warning sign, and we have studies that show this: reading only Schopenhauer and Nietzsche, really kind of dark and deep philosophy, intellectualizing without any grounding in community or your body or the experience of life, will tend to spiral you into paralysis rather than help you be able to meet life as it is.
It's happened to me.
Also, what can do harm is any therapist who treats them like they're broken or they're wrong in some way, rather than you're absolutely right, how are we going to build a life inside of what you're seeing here, that can actually cause harm. So with depressive realism, we never argue with reality. Instead, we have to build existential resilience through experiences and core values and the story that you're telling with your life, and awe and connection. And there's still a life that could be worth living at the level of experience, even when you see through the illusions and you feel like you're alone in it. You can choose a life of illusion and delusion. You can decide Delulu is the Solulu. But if you want to be a little bit more brave with your life, I think there's something extraordinarily brave in the people that I see who don't look away from the horrors of life and the absurdity of where we find ourselves, and also grow to build a life that can meet it. I don't have all the answers.
I think that ending part is so profound.
I'm happy to have you on board.
Truly. I think the way she says, oh shit, the way she articulates that ending part is just so
Genuine question. If
incredibly
you're not
profound.
religious,
And I just, yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Also, we're gonna have to sit here for like another 10 minutes at least, because my mouse is dead and it's charging. So, anyway, it's September. I don't know how to do it. Have you tried CPR? What do you mean? Thanks, lesbian seagull. Oh, on the dead mouse. Well, I've plugged it in. So we're doing electroshock therapy right now. Cause yeah, we got it plugged in, so it's there. Like I can use it, but it's plugged in with the cord from my keyboard. So we're just vibing. I feel like she summed up in minutes conclusions I've spent my whole life coming to. 100%, but she's also done the same thing in her life, Fox. You know, she's so well read. And that's what she says. She spent her 30s reading every book she could get her hands on, studying every religion. She's terrified of Islam. She's terrified of Islam, mainly because she thinks the concept of jihad is extremely dangerous. But like she's critical of all religion, basically. You can go through our videos, Vox, and if I find them, I'll share them as well. But she really, you know, she's done a lot of deconstruction, and she has studied. She went to university for theology, I'm pretty sure. So she's really gone through and studied like lots and lots of different religions. Not the Daystar Calidus. That's crazy. So, you know, and she's obviously found a way, because she became a nihilist, and she's obviously found a way to sit in that, because, you know, there are a lot of philosophers that don't think we can exist without religion. And there are philosophers that think we would be able to figure it out, but nihilism can be a trap when you don't have the skills to navigate it, which is why for a lot of people it is, you know, religion is really important, because the idea of not having religion as a foundation is something that is unfathomable. And if you don't have the skills to ascribe and develop your own meaning to an extent and cope, then what are you gonna do? I've shown you guys a couple of her videos before. Like I watched them all. She's my favorite creator at the moment. In fact, one of my comments on one of her videos went kind of viral in that lots of people liked it. And honestly, I get more joy out of people liking my comment on a video than I do from like making a video. I'm like, yes, the masses, they agree with me. Very good. It's nice knowing you're not alone in that way. Yeah, I also just think she could be really foundational in a lot of, especially Americans' deconstruction of the hold that patriarchy and the church have. Because, you know, you have to have been able to experience and deconstruct yourself in order to speak to these people on a level, because you have to have had that experience in some ways. Whereas I would say, like, even though I grew up Catholic and went to Sunday school and was relatively indoctrinated into the church, I'm not sure if it ever really clicked for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I said my prayers before bed, but it definitely always felt like a performance. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I think I've always been a little bit weird. Like, I asked my mum about death when I was 2. My mum brings it up all the time. She's like, you were 2 years old and you asked me, where do we go when we die? And I was like, really? Bitch, you're 2. Yeah. And my mom probably said something along the lines of like heaven. And I was like, I don't know. I was 2. So. I think that's why all my friends are queer and all my partners were ex-Catholics. It's just easier to get along with someone who's already done the work of deconstructing society a little. Yeah, I mean, yes and no. Sometimes it's exhausting. Like, it is very enjoyable to, like, I exist in a very progressive leftist space. In my life, obviously. But also, I do sometimes find myself just kind of wanting to engage on a normal level as well. Does that sound odd? How do I describe this? Like, it feels like almost sometimes there's certain times that I just like to play along with whatever illusion is going, but I'll do it happily. Like, it doesn't, well, no, it's not that, I don't think I really pass as normie. I mean, I guess I do. I am normie passing. Look at me right now. I'm so normie passing. But yeah. Hey Sid, raised Catholic, went to a Lutheran school. Very much feel like the more I learned about Christianity, the less it made sense to follow. Well, Sid, I am very close to the drama that happened. And it's not even drama. We can say it. I'm very close to the pedophile scandal, okay? Like, I am barely one step away. Which changes you a little. So, yeah. 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 What, Pix, you can't say these things? No, I can. I can. Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely can. They're gonna come for you? No, they're not. No, they're not. I have a friend of a friend who was in your shoes. Well, not even a friend who was in your shoes. I mean, yeah. Look, how many people are here? Eh. As a child, I was babysat by George Pell. Now, to be fair, this was a very long time ago and I was 1. And a girl, so I'm sure it was fine. But when I say that I am one step away, I am one step away. So, yeah. And I still know people who are connected to the church, like Cardinal Pell, who fled to Rome. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. Hi, Kevin. Yeah. And look, I went to all my family's Catholic funerals, and you know, I do. I'm not. There are so many people in the church whom, I still care about. And they're good people. They are. They're good people. And a lot of the church is about community, and that is a gap that is not filled for so many people. Especially migrants who come to Australia, right? Migrants who, their countries were ravaged by the Catholic Church, and, they're still very deeply Catholic. And, that sense of belonging and that sense of community is so important for people. And those people don't have twitch.tv/pixelspixel. And I'm joking. But do you know what I mean? Like, they don't have access to community in the same way, and churches do provide that to some degree. Well, same brain cell, undead. Chat, there's just some priests that are really slimy. And there was a lot of covering up, and we know that they moved priests around, and they do it often. And if you do something wrong, they'll basically banish you to some shit church. Like, it's wild. It's wild. And then within the Catholic Church, there's like the progressive faction and the ultra conservative faction, and the drama itself is crazy. And I know this because, like, at funerals and stuff, I still got to talk to priests, and a lot of the ones that did the funerals that happened for the deaths that happened in my family were like quite progressive. And it's also with religion specifically, like, if you have family members that were, their funerals were Catholic, it can be very hard to let go of any beliefs that you have, because you want them to be okay, and you want them. And so I think a lot of people struggle with that. I feel so incredibly lucky that I got that dream of my grandma, because it really felt like that she came to me at my own level to, like, give me comfort, and I don't have to consider religion at all. Oh God, Salmon. Which I think is pretty cool. So I do think it's a very personal thing. And we all end up in the cosmic soup in one giant group hug of energy. I don't know. I do thank my dad for introducing me to sci-fi so young. I really do think it framed who I became as a person. Like, getting to stay up late and watch sci-fi, literally formative experience for me as a child. I think my mouse is charged. Hi, boobs. Hi, boobs. Hi, boobs. Hi, boob. Mine. I want a cup of I want another cup of tea, and I think I want some chocolate for the video game because you know it's that time, and like it just feels like a morning tea with chocolate would be really good with another cup of tea. Video Gabe, I'm about to play Outer Wilds. Keep chatting though, because I'm making a cup of tea, and then we'll get into it. Yes, I am very excited. Oh god, my French today is giving. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Guys, this is the chocolate that I'm obsessed with at the moment, just so everybody knows. It's so yummy. And if you don't like mint, you're weird. Mint chocolate is like the pinnacle of Oh, my nails match my jumper today. Stop. Oh, stop. It's like the exact same color. Oh my god, what a vibe. Well, Goonie Kid, you're actually just fucking wrong. Hi, Max. I'm not having milk in this one. Yeah, my chocolate was in the fridge, by the way. Mint Milano cookies were my crack. Well, this chocolate tastes like a mint slice biscuit in Australia. For anyone who knows what they are. Add chocolate to your tea. What? Yeah, that's crazy. You would like this chocolate then, Dottie. It tastes exactly like that. It's so good. York peppermint patties. Oh my god, I love a peppermint patty. I haven't had one of those in, and a mint crisp. Oh my god. Pixel with the big chocolate money. Guys, what? Come on. Come on now. I do like old gold as well. See, I like mint chocolate chip ice cream. I'm actually rich, guys. You heard it here first. Subscribe today. I want a house. Dottie. I do. I would love a house. Options, graphic, full screen. Leave and save pictures. Move that over here. Move this. Yeah. Sorry, just got to do a little bit of fiddling. And then we go.
Guilt-free chocolate fund.
Ah, great! That's so nice of you. Thank you for the $5.50. Options, graphics, full screen, leaving. It opens on the other thing always. I can't help it. Games? Go up. Play. Should I make my camera a little smaller? That's fine. I don't care. What are your thoughts on someone immigrating from the US to Oz? I want out of the US and it's an option. I think it's really interesting. There's differing opinions from Americans that come and experience Australia. Some people find the transition really easy. Some people are like, what the fuck is this? I think it's kind of difficult to move across the world and think anything's going to be fixed. But again, that's coming from a person who doesn't exactly know what she would do if she was living in America right now. 1 day, 2 streams. What is happening? I'm being nice to you. You deserve it. Also, I just really wanted to play video games. Oh my god. Chocolate is so good. I'm so happy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Wow. How delightful. I mean, NZ has its own problems, Alex, but I get it. No stream later tonight because it's my niece's birthday. Okay. Rightio. Well, where are we going this time? For those of you who are joining us for the first time, hello. This is the universe. Well, it's the galaxy that I live in. This is my cute ship. Look at it. Isn't it nice? Real homey. This is my ship's log. And these are the things that we found. We don't really know what any of them mean yet, but basically there's a race of goat aliens called the Nomai. And there's quantum mechanics in here where space-time ceases to mean anything. And at the moment we're kind of just exploring. So, lots of question marks, and I don't even know where we were up to be honest. So we've got we've got this gravity canyon that just shot us out into space. And then that has, how do I view entry? A huge cylindrical structure that generates a strong upward gravity field. There's more to explore here. So, I mean, maybe we go back there. I think it was on the bread planet. I think. Also, those of you who don't know, we're stuck in a time loop. So, We also have that as an issue. Wait, hold on. We might run into the sun. Wow, it's so beautiful. So we... What? What is that? Wait. Wait. Oh no. Hold on. Oh, incredible landing. Wow, did you see that, you guys? Wow. Wow, another incredible landing by me. Slay. Now, can we jump over here? I believe it. Woohoo! Now. Can't see anything. Okay, so this is the Gravity Canyon. And apparently there is more to explore here. Right? So that one, we put the ball up there last time. And that's the ash planet going around. So that shoots stuff up into... Hey, Punky, thank you for the 51 months. Maybe we should... Hold on. Activate the Gravity Canyon. Call the shuttle home. So what if we try calling the shuttle home? Stuff. What? Hold on. Hello? We've just caught... Okay, we didn't do this last time. We didn't call the shuttle home. Oh my god. Oh, we get to go somewhere new! Where are we going? Yeah. What? Okay, and now we have another one of those. Oh, wait, yeah. I fear our situation may be dire. How do I... Oh, hold on. Pi, Poke, and I landed here on this comet not long after its arrival in this star system. Our shuttle's equipment heard strange... Our shuttle's equipment heard strange energy readings coming from somewhere beneath the surface. Okay. Pi and Poke were able to locate a fissure in the ice on the comet's sunward side, and they descended inside to investigate the source of the readings. But Pi and my sister have been gone for a long time now. They haven't contacted me since descending below the surface either. Should I leave the shuttle to look for them? I want to follow protocol, but I don't know what I'll do if they aren't well. Poke Pie, come back to me safely, my friends. That's so sad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're about to die. What? Oh no! Oh shit. What? Is there anything else to explore here? Can I put this on? No. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. I think we're going into the sun. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, we're not going into the sun? I think we're okay. So we've called the ship home. And what? It wants me to descend below the surface, but I don't know how to get there. Because, see, when you do this, right? You cannot get through. See? So now that I've it's just like, okay, well, where do we go? What do we do? I don't think there's anything else here now. It said I need to go to the sun side of this planet and find a crevasse, I guess. Right? But I don't know how to pilot this ship. Also, I barely know how to get out of this hole. How do I get out of the hole? Do you see my issue? And there's the ash planet. Hey, what's up? Excuse me, let me out. So, I guess we could take the oh my god, guys. Did we realize how precariously my ship was parked? You guys, did we realize that I had done this? Okay, we did it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay. So we need to descend down. So there we've explored. We really do need to go down, but we've been there and then we couldn't really find anything down there. There's that camp that we've explored that too. We've been down both of those. Have we been here? I don't know if we've been here. Land. Slay. Like, have we been here? I don't think we have. Have we? I don't think we have. The Sunless City. Note, this door will need to remain closed for some time. Pi and I are running an experiment based on the extraordinary findings from the Whitehall Station. Rami and I will be running this experiment until one of us, specifically me, can prove the other wrong. So, although it's inconvenient, the lab currently can only be accessed by the path from the Sunless City. Inviting sand inside would disrupt our setup and could have enormous consequences. We realize this is an intriguing prospect, but the door must remain closed nonetheless. An update. The High Energy Lab is now being used to design the Ash Twin project. If you're here to help or even just to observe, be sure to use the Sunless City path to the lab. So this is the High Energy Lab, okay? So we didn't know this was here. But also, what is the Sunless City path? Ah! Oh, I need a block. I need a block. I need a thing. Well, where do I find the thing? What's the symbol? That one. Unless it's just like around. This is an early stream. Look, my parking in this game has never been great. Okay, so we've discovered the energy lab. Look at it. How cool. But how do I... Well, I guess at least we know it's there. I guess we could go to the Sunless City, maybe. Okay. Map mode? New entries? No. New entries? The Sunless City. The Nomai survivors who crashed on the Ember Twin decided to seek shelter in the caves beneath their crashed escape pod. The Nomai discovered a promising long-term shelter site at the end of one of the passages beneath this escape pod. Chert thinks the lack of surface ruins means that the Nomai must have lived somewhere underground. There is a path leading to the High Energy Lab from the Sunless City. I found a trail maker for the Sunless City, but the path is blocked. So, is it... Okay, so it's giving that it's around Chert's camp. And escape pod 2. There's more to explore here. One of 3 Nomai escape pods. All 3 escape pods were launched from something called the Vessel. There's more to explore here. Okay, I guess we go to escape pod 2, maybe. Let's have a look. Hey, where's escape pod 2? Anyone? Hello? Oh no, we're crashing unintentionally. All right, we're not. Okay, let's just take off into space. Perhaps. We'll try. Hello? Escape pod 2? Escape pod 2. Okay. Alright, this. Ah! Oh no. Oh no. Oh. I unbuckled in space instead of landing. It's fine. It's not a big deal, guys. Death is just a part of life. It's fine. Don't look. Wow, look at this. We get to do it all over again. It's not a big deal. Okay? What? It's so chill, guys. I'm so at peace. It's like, don't. It's so cool. It's fine. Escape pod 2. Back. Oh, the HUD mark is still on. Okay, that's great. Cool. We're chilling. Oh, what's this? Frozen Nomai shuttle. What? The Nomai landed on the Interloper not long after its arrival. The shuttle's equipment had strange energy readings somewhere. Clearly the Nomai stayed behind, lost contact with the other two after they descended below the Interloper surface. There's more to explore here. Was that the...
Carmaldio gifted a tier 1 sub to Nomai. They have given 40 gift subs in the channel.
Good morning, Kate. Carmen, thank you for gifting the Nomai. What do you mean there's more to explore there too? What? Okay. Alright. Escape pod 2, let's go. We'll do that first. Why do we keep missing things like a moron? Did everybody else miss things playing this game? Tell me they did. Cause guys, it seems I fear I am flying into the sun, which I would potentially like to avoid. If you know what I mean. Hey! Hey, Obesabub, a tier 2? Thank you so much for the 2 months. Chat, can we spam some free will? That's very cool. Thank you so much. Sadly, the Nomai can no longer enjoy the emotes. Shh. What do you mean? There might be one that still survives. Maybe not. Who knows? Whatever. We're going to escape pod 2. By the way, chat, I'm in no rush to finish this game. I am having so much fun. Uh-oh. 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 What do you mean there's more to explore here? Like, are you kidding me? I swear I already explored here real good. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. Well, you know what? Not the worst landing. That's fine. It's been worse than that. Wait, am I in the... Are we about to get sanded on? In this crevasse? Oh well. If the ship dies, I guess the time loop will continue on. So, we know about the signal. And I I swear we did all this. You have my gratitude, but were you able to find the other escape pod's distress signals? I can hear both signals somewhere in this star system, but I don't believe either escape pod crashed on the same planet as us. I think we found a couple of other ones. So then, now we go down. And we jump across. But we've already read all this. Scanning external environment, scan complete. Hi. Collision imminent, preparing for impact. Launching escape pod 3, escape pod 2. Vessel has been mortally injured. Emergency sequence activated, awaiting a departure. Okay, we go down again. The heat from this star system's sun is more bearable below the surface, which we do know. Oh, did we not do all this? Oh. Do not follow this tunnel to its end. No, we did do this. Collius and I will examine the horror that lies at its terminus later, provided we live through this. Okay. Keep moving, friends. There is nothing of interest at the end of this passage but rocks. All while these rocks are interesting, they can wait until a less urgent time. This is the emergency escape hatch. We have found an enormous cavern at the end of this passage that appears promising. I believe we could construct long-term shelter there. The cavern Malaray found is a wise choice for shelter. Could one of you mark directions for others to follow? This is the start of the path to the shelter site. I've left directions to guide you there. Of note, we must hurry as the pathway there is filling with sand. Do not allow yourself to be buried by sand and make sure no one is lost. The path to the shelter site is somewhat convoluted, so follow the instructions ahead closely. Oh, for fuck's sake. To reach the shelter site, walk forward until you meet the sandfall at the pit, then turn left. Continue to the room filled with rock column formations and climb upward through the opening above them. I can't remember that. Walk forward until you meet the sandfall at the pit, then turn left. Continue to the room with the rock column formations and climb upward through the opening above them. The sand here is rising, so you must be cautious but swift. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm too nervous to start doing this. To reach the shelter site, walk forward until you meet the sandfall at the pit, then turn left. Rock columns and climb upward? Oh god. Oh god. Oh, that was not very good, was it? Be cautious crossing the chasm ahead. The bridge Malaray and I crafted will do its job, but it isn't strong. Be cautious crossing the chasm ahead. The bridge crafted will do its job, but it isn't strong. Once on the far side, look for the tunnel hidden beneath the falling sand. Follow it and you'll reach the shelter site. Okay, hold on. What? Why is this fucky? Be cautious crossing the chasm ahead. The bridge Malaray and I crafted will do its job, but it isn't strong. Why is this lagging? Is this lagging? What's going on here? Once on the far side, look for the tunnel hidden behind the falling sand. Oh god. Oh, I don't like this at all. I'm gonna fucking die. Okay. You're doing well. There's only a little further left to go now. Until you reach the shelter site, you can rest there. Hurry before the sand comes. Where the fuck am I literally supposed to go up there? Oh my god, this is so stressful. No. Where do I go now? Do I go in there? Oh my god. You're joking. Guys, did I do it? I think I did it. I'm almost out of oxygen though. How do I get to the oxygen? I need to explore that, but how do I need oxygen, guys. Can I just fly over there, do you think? Yep. Yeah, I can. You guys. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Anglerfish Overlook District? Stepping Stone District? High Energy Lab Trailhead? Eyeshine District? What are all these cool things? Oh, so much more to explore. Should we build the sun station to power the Ash Twin project? Are there other ways to generate this level of power? I understand this proposal is unsettling, but the sun station must be built if we hope to complete the Ash Twin project. Theoretically, yes. Practically, no. I can't imagine discovering them in our lifetimes. I almost can't comprehend this is being suggested seriously. The purpose of the sun station goes against every standard we hold ourselves to and everything we believe in as a species. Unsurprisingly, Idea, I disagree. We're pushing for a possible new technology further than ever before. That, in my experience, is the defining characteristic of our species. If we fail, and the probability of this is not insignificant, we will without question destroy ourselves, all life here, and the rest of this star system. I wish to protect these species. The potential annihilation of an entire star system is too severe a cost. We shouldn't build the sun station no matter how badly we want the knowledge that comes with it. Fear of failure is a poor reason not to try, I believe. If we're cautious, the sun station will work. I believe in pi. Hoki, I'm deeply honored. Idea, I comprehend your position. However, if we aren't all but certain the sun station will not cause destruction once we've built it, then I won't support the station's use. What? Okay. Feels like maybe over here. Right. Okay. So we went down here before, I think. Crazy how the sand looks like it's moving. This doesn't look like there's much here. There was something in here, wasn't there? We're meeting in the fossil fish cave to play the game. If you're too big to climb through the anglerfish overlook hole, you'll have to go the long way, but it isn't far. Go to Stepping Stone Cave and then up into the fossil fish cave. I tried to get to the fossil fish through the Stepping Stone Cave, but I couldn't find the entrance. Where is it? Remember to feed the fossil fish first. If you go to the anglerfish overlook and throw a light into his mouth, he'll show you the way. I tried to get to the fossil... Taggart can't fit through the anglerfish overlook hole anymore because he grew bigger. He's taller than Levi now. Who cares? Ilex is still the tallest. Oh, so there were kids here and they were just playing? What did that say? We're meeting you in the fossil fish cave and the anglerfish overlook, Stepping Stone Cave. There's so many caves. The hell? Which way did I come? Feels like I came from this direction, right? I think. Look at the sand rising. Oh. Oh my god, the sand is actually rising. And now I can't get in there. Oh, okay. So we're going to die this way. That's cool. I've always, you know, that's cool. Are we playing the fossil fish game tonight? I fed the fossil fish a new lantern. If you go to the Stepping Stone Cave, the entrance to the fossing is seasonal. Gratitude. It's good you're small enough to climb through the hole at Anglerfish Overlook. I'm still small enough. You won't be for long. Mum and Dad are tall. And I will be tall too. Well. Chat. We're about to be sanded out of this cave, I fear. Alright, what's this? Anglerfish Overlook District, Stepping Stone District, High Energy Lab, Trailhead, Ice Shrine District. What does it do? Do you know what I mean? What am I? It turns all the lights on, does it? Oh, wow. That's so cool. What do you mean? Anglerfish fossil overlook. What do I do with that? Oops, well, I've just locked myself in here. That's great. What a good idea. Could you have thought of anything? This is amazing. Look inside the cave. How did this come to rest here? We haven't encountered others in these caves. I think this is a rare find. From what we can see, Collius and I believe the specimen must be very old indeed. Imagine what we might learn if we could examine it. We both agree it's unlikely this dry planet is the horror place of origin, especially considering what we observed during the vessel's evacuation. Clearly this hole is too small for it to have fit through. Hypothesis there is another entrance to this cave. If there is, Collius and I will find it. We can't leave valuable information undiscovered. An update, we need to find a way inside quickly, Mallory, because when I returned here to search for an entrance to the cave, there were children playing with the specimen. Wow, look at that! Look at it! Look at the anglerfish that is currently being swallowed by sand. Ooh, what the? That was weird. Chad, I don't think I'm long for this time loop. Chat, don't think I'm long for this time loop. Unfortunately, oh, this is a terrible end. Oh, this, oh, this is a terrible end. Well, okay. Well, when confronted with death, we'll take a photo. Do you think they'll remember me? Well, we learned so much on that run. Look how much we discovered. Can you believe we did that? Can you believe we did that? We discovered so much that run. Knowledge. Yeah, that's not my favorite death. I think floating out in space was a better one. I don't know how I feel about being swallowed by sand. Dean, that's a terrible pun. Good morning, everybody who's just joined us. I hope you're having a good day. What are you up to? I hope you're enjoying the gift of a morning stream. This tea is now kind of cold. I can't believe I forgot about it. Avoiding taking the bins out. My poggies, I took my bins out this morning, which actually required a lot of effort from me because I was partially traumatized from the last time I took my bins out, which was when I locked myself out of the house. Like a moron. I checked if I had my keys 18 times. Gaming at this hour in this economy? Well, actually, the reason I'm gaming at this hour is because of the economy. Gaming streams are not profitable for me at this point, and this is still my job, and so I have to work my normal job and play this fucking game. And the problem being that I want to play this fucking game so much. So, here we are. That's crazy, straw man. And I'm eating chocolate. Good thing I have to unlock the gate or there's a slight chance I could lock myself out as well. Don't do that. Dean, I've really only played Dota 2. Bit of Stardew Valley. Subnautica is probably my favorite game that I've played up until this point. This is hitting all of the right happy bits of my brain. But I only just upgraded my computer. I haven't really been able to play games. So here we are. Oh, Dean, what did you get? I'm Guardian 1 right now, so. Tiny, that's so valid. Yeah, my PC needs upgrades. Expedition 33 was making my fans screech at me. Lol. Fans. You're Legend 2? Nice. That's really decent. Hi, Vegas. Oh my god, the chocolate is so good. And yeah, it's mint cream. Well, it's mint cream. It's called that, but it's kind of crispy too. Yeah, I've mostly main support, but I also play a pretty decent mid at my level. I'd get absolutely fucked on at Legend, so. But I do have a lot of fun playing Dota. Yeah, I know, unpruned, but we just have to wait and see what happens. All right, let's go see how much we learnt in the ship's log. Sunless City, Sun Station, Anglerfish Fossil. Wait. Are you telling me that I have to get there again without dying? I do, don't I? No time to waste. Hello? Ah! Oh, guys, why do I have to be so bad at flying a plane, a spaceship? There it is. Dean, we are in a loop. We're in a loop. We don't really know what's happening. But it now makes sense why Escape Pod 2 is marked with the beam, because I guess it's just so important. Uh-oh. Okay. Wow, what a landing. Hard to believe we didn't find it the first time. Not my best moment, but that's okay. In some ways, you know, we were kind of just exploring blindly, which is cool. So it was this way. Yeah. So we go all this way again, I guess. Right? Now hopefully we can remember how we got there without dying. Now it was straight and then left, and then it was to this cavern, and then straight up. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. I need to go through the hole. Let me through the hole. Thank you. Then it was through the hole, and then this way. And then this way. And then through the sand over here. And then up there. Oops. Catch the suit. Through the sand. Through more sand. And then we're here. Okay. Okay. And then over here to the trees. Okay. Now, we turn all the lights on. Okay. So, Stepping Stone District, High Energy Lab, Trailhead, Eye Shrine District. Okay, Eye Shrine. No. 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 Okay, so we need to go to that district because that's how we get to the anglerfish. And I feel like it's this way. You know what I mean? Oh no. Oh. I didn't mean to knock these over. Oh, I'm so glad you go back together. Stepping stone cave. Yes. Okay, now we go in here. Because there's another entrance in here, right? That they were talking about? Somehow. I don't know how. But we're exploring in the dark. Now, have I ever wanted to be a caver? No! Oh, fuck me. Well, this seems bad. Oh god, and we're gonna run out of fuel. I'm just trying to follow the light. But this is where we got to, and then there was no light. Oh, because it's the stepping stone cave. And of course, you have to step on stones. That fucking tracks, doesn't it? No! I think... Did I just come back the way we entered? Sure fucking did! Okay. Whatever. We've been in there. We probably know that we need a little bit more direction, I suppose. This is it. We're meeting in the fossil fish cave to play the game. That's right. You'll have to go the long way through the stepping, but it isn't too far. Then go up and into the fossil fish cave. But I couldn't find the entrance. Where is it? Remember to feed the fossil fish first. If you go to the anglerfish overlook and throw a light into his mouth, he'll show you the way. Okay. I know how to do this. I know how to do this. But do I know how to get there? No. Where was the cave again? Do we remember where it was? It was up here, right? We're running out of oxygen. We need trees. Oh my god, we're gonna get eaten by sand again, aren't we? This is gonna be terrible. I'm very concerned. Where are the trees? Where are the trees? Dad, where are the trees? Hello? Oh, yeah. I think we have an issue though. Because we're gonna be out of fuel. We've been a bit wasteful. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna run out of fuel. We have such issues because we are going to run out of fuel. Okay, but we will have learnt for next time. It's fine. Okay. So now, look. We're in the stepping stone cave. But the sand has already probably fucked us. This is a disaster. And there's nowhere to go. Very disappointing for us. Okay, so we have to do that really quickly. And like, look at this. I guess we try and explore some more things. Right? Before the sand gets us? Maybe? Look, there's ghost matter here. That's the fucking entrance. Ghost matter detected nearby. I can't remember how you're supposed to get through ghost matter. Do you guys remember? Truly. Does anybody remember how we were supposed to do this? Oh. Oh, shit. Wow. That seems potentially wrong, but like imagine getting that entrance sorted. That would be so cool. You know, like getting that entrance sorted would be just a real fucking blessing. Before we get eaten by... Oops. Look, there's a thing there. We have to go down. See, and look at all the ghost matter. Okay. Was it written in one of those weird runic inscriptions? I think we did learn something about ghost matter, and I've kind of forgotten. Like, I'm pretty sure it did say there was a way through, but maybe you're not supposed to as well. It's so weird how at peace I am with dying in this game because the time loop's gonna end anyway. You know what I mean? Hello? I'm always so lost. Abort, 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 abort. Okay. Let's not fall into the sun, shall we? I am getting so much better at flying this godforsaken thing. Look at that. Look at that for a landing. Best one yet. Didn't even use the thing. I do wish that, so what I'm learning is you only need the rockets for some of the tricky ones, and we can't really waste fuel. Like, obviously we'll need the rocket for here. Oh. Oh. I'm just not very good at it. Yeah. And this way. Like, and we go this way. And then through the sand. And then here. There. And in here. And in here. And we've gone and done it. So, now, the first thing we'll do is we'll jump over here. We'll put the anglerfish on. And so, that is the anglerfish, right? Yep. So then, we will go up to the anglerfish district. Like so. And we'll go up here. And we'll equip scout launcher. And we will shoot a light. No. No. I think you're supposed to aim at this bit, right? Perfect. Okay, so then the light is in his mouth. And then if we go back here, and we then go to the Stepping Stone District. And we go in here. Hi, Famis. Good morning. So we go in here now. And then we go looking for the light, which we shot in its mouth. But you really can't see. Or maybe you can. Maybe? Look. Up. Going up. Going up. Going up. Guys? Are we playing the fossil fish game tonight? I fed the fossil fish a new lantern. If you go to the Stepping Stone Cave, the entrance to the fossil fish cave is easy to see now. Gratitude, Selenum. It's all good. You're small enough to climb through the hole at the anglerfish overlook. I'm still small enough. Wait, I've already been here. Three minutes oxygen remaining. Oh no. Oh no. Where am I going? Okay, we need oxygen, so we have to go over here anyway. But I was in the Stepping Stone Cave. This was the Stepping Stone Cave. And what do you mean? I swear I saw where to go. No. But like, I cannot see it for the life of me. Like, we're in here. And it's nowhere to be found. This is very annoying. And now we're what? Running around in circles? Hmm. Because this is what we found, right? Yep. I fed it. All right. I guess in the meantime, we just go explore somewhere new. The High Energy Lab trailhead. I think you might have missed a little. Yeah, I'm no shit. Like this was the anglerfish. See, look, the light is in there. See, I did put a light in there. And there is nothing else in this cave. And now the sand is coming for me. Like, there's obviously so much that I'm missing here. Like, ready? Look. Stepping stone cave. 20 meters. And this means we're probably just gonna die by a sand. But we'll explore. Guys, I did it. Whoever was it when we ended last time is the anglerfish. Rule change, the anglerfish now has to wear a blindfold and do not peek. The rest of us, the little fish, line up against the wall where the anglerfish says so. Go. The little fish sneak across to the other side. If the anglerfish catches you, you're eaten. Last little fish to be caught is the new anglerfish. The old anglerfish gives the new anglerfish the blindfold and becomes the little anglerfish. Rule change, the anglerfish now has to wear a blindfold. Umpire says real anglerfish are blind, so you have to wear a blindfold. The rule stands. Rule update. It's okay if younger kids don't wear the blindfold when they're it. The rest of us will still wear it for scientific accuracy. What do you mean I have to now do this blind? Do I? Like, is that what it means? Uh-oh. Oh no. Ow! Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Well, what was the point of that? What was the point of that? You keep the information through the loops, yes. So now when we go to the ship's log. Okay, we know about the angler fossil fish. So if we go like this and then like this. View entry. No, my children used to play a game here. One player was the anglerfish and wore a blindfold. The rest of the children, the little fish, lined up against one wall and the anglerfish said go. The little fish had to sneak to the other side. The blindfold rule was added because real anglerfish are blind. I think that's all we had to discover there. We've still got more. There's obviously a way to get from Chert's camp to escape pod 2. And so we definitely have to go back there now and explore more. The Nomad debated building a sun station. Yeah. Okay. So, we're going back again. Oops. 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 Oh. 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 Oh, oops. Oops, nobody saw that. If you did, Well, no, you didn't. I want to hear about it. Okay. Hi, Classies. How you doing? All right. Just don't even like stress about it, guys. I'm not doing very well. Yeah. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. Come back, come back, come back, come back. I'm trying to match velocity. Why won't it let me? Okay, okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, velocity match. Now where the fuck is this? Yeah. Yeah, I know. I swear to God, I'm so stupid. Okay. Just had to fix this ship real quick, okay? I just fucked up a little bit, okay? It's not a big deal. Hold on a minute. Should we just go there? Like, I don't know what this is, but let's just have a look. I don't know what this is. This is the frozen ship, right? Do you think this counts as parking? I feel like it does. Whatever. I just feel like we've wasted a little bit of time. Yeah. Because... This is troublesome. It seems the comet wishes to submerge our shuttle in ice. If we stay on the surface too long, the shuttle may freeze entirely. Even if it did, couldn't someone call it back home to the gravity cannon on the Ember Twin? Yes, but the exploration of the comet would still be more difficult if we were without the shuttle until someone recalled it. Perhaps we shouldn't have landed on the dark side of the comet. Sorry, everyone. Suppose one of us remained in the shuttle to keep it warm and continue monitoring the surface. This would be wise. I think, Clary, if you don't mind waiting here with it, Pokey and I can continue to investigate the service. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Hello? Hi, Comet. Did you spit me out? Let me back in? Back in? Perhaps? No. Oh no, my poor scout. Come back. Nice photo. Oops. Yeah, that's so fair. I was coming in a little hot. Yeah, Oops. Look, mistakes make this game, okay? We just mistakenly found a little thing on a comet. You know? That's fine. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Because the gravity cannon we've already found on the Ember Twin. So that's fun. It's a fun mug. Thank you. It is a fun mug, isn't it? I'm spinning around. Get off of my planet. I am just flying 'cause I am going to space. Don't know where I'm going. That not the water planet. I just don't know. Oh, I think the planet is hidden somewhere. Oh, there we go. Hello, over there. Thank you. What's the point of having time loop immortality if we can't fuck around a bit? Exactly, you get it. See, I'm just having a little play. A little good time. Okay, so what I am figuring out though is I'm just not sure that anglerfish really meant anything. Fuck. Not my greatest moment. It's fine. Okay. Excuse me, if we could fly just a little closer. Yep, before landing. Yep, okay. You know what? That'll do. Oh, no, okay. Alright, wait, what about here? That's cool? That's cool? Yep, alright. Just... Perfect. Close enough, good enough. Like we're getting... Like we're making it back to the ship anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's not happening. Oh, fuck. Oh, well... Look. It's okay that I'm not a perfect flyer. You know? We do well enough. Alright, we do this again. I'm not gonna lie. This bit is a little convoluted. Luckily, I remember things, but... Like, I assume there's ways to, like, speedrun this as well. Like, I'm sure there's secret entrances and stuff, and I am just following the path they've set out. Like, I'm sure speedrunners probably... Yeah, so I do have to use the... Oh, you can only use that once you jump. Okay, I didn't know. Oh my god, I suck. What am I doing? Go, pull your shit together. Thank you. Permanent brain damage? No, I'm chilling. What do you mean? I'm good. Now, where did I go here? Yeah, this way. Behind the sand. Behind the sand, and then... Up here. Through the sand. Through the sand. And we're here. Okay. Trees. We love trees for breathing. Now. High energy lab trailhead. I feel like... Maybe we go down. Because the sand is going to probably fuck us somewhat, right? High energy lab, 400 meters. Look at us, we are following an electric light through here. Where does it go? We've gotta go find where it leads. Hopefully before getting swallowed, I'm back. Oh fuck. No! What? Okay, now can we just run? That's very annoying. The fuck? Oh no! Guys, did I do it? Oh my god. Oh no, that's coming down. I guess I have to go past it. What? Guys? Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh my god. 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 Oh, we did it. We did a thing. We've done it. God, new place, new place. Let's go. Where am I? Oh my. I'm so excited. Look, we're in a new place. Look. That was so scary. We've opened something. Remove warp core, warp core, warp core, warp core, warp core, warp core. You're joking. How do we know which one is which? Like... I guess, does it matter? I don't know. Guys, maybe we should read before we start doing stuff. Pick up scroll. Already holding scroll. Drop scroll. Okay, I guess we read this first. Records show Nomai arriving at the warp receiver on Brittle Hollow very slightly before departing from the Whitehall station. Rami and I are devising an experiment to test if this is a real phenomenon or a simple machine error. In theory, what we want to try and reproduce is a negative amount of the time elapsing between something entering the black hole and exiting the white hole at its destination. Don't hurt me. Initial things first, our experiment setup will first pair a small black hole core with a small white hole core to mimic the setup of the white hole station. It is possible for an object to exit a white hole before entering the corresponding black hole. An update. Our experiment here reproduced the anomaly in arrival and departure times, but Pi is unconvinced it's more than an equipment error. I hope to strengthen the effect to render it visible to the unaided eyes. To that end, we've decided to try adding more energy. I imagine the Sunless City's energy supply should provide sufficient. Of note, Rami, Yarrow requests that we let him know before we reroute energy to the experiment. All available energy has been rerouted from the city to our experiment. Rami and I are about to run a new test. Hypothesis confirmed. Hypothesis confirmed. I saw it. Pi saw it. Hypothesis confirmed. This is beyond extraordinary. This changes everything. What a beautiful day for the intersection of abstract theory and practical application. I'd hate to leave him in the dark. Oh. Oh. I think I might do some more reading before we turn that on, perhaps. Oh my god, there's so much reading to do here. The Southern Observatory is asking if creating a 22-minute interval is possible. That is to have something arrive 22 minutes before it actually is sent through the warp. Oh my god, that's how long the time loop is. We've learned the negative interval of time between departure and arrival can be increased by adding more energy to the warp core. Problematically, the energy required to extend the interval increases at an exponential rate. Hypothesis: creating a 22-minute long interval is possible, but we are currently unable to generate the necessary energy. The energy is currently unavailable, you say. You're a gas pie. My pun was intended, Rami, so believe it's you. Rami and I believe it would be necessary to invent a new method of producing energy, a thrilling but enormous undertaking. It's the sun energy. We would also require advanced warp technology to be able to handle such energy. We would also likely need an enormous space to fit these proposed new energy and warp technologies together. The only location large enough would be the Ash Twin. The Ash Twin project will be one of our biggest undertakings, metaphorically and physically. To build it, we need a way to travel quickly between the Ash Twin and each location that holds crucial project materials. What if we used warp towers like the one we have on the White Hole Station to connect the Ash Twin directly to each critical location? Of note, each tower on Ash Twin will warp to a different planet. My gratitude to those who noted my imprecise language. Yes, the sun is not a planet. I believe this has been sufficiently clarified. We can design each tower to visually reflect its warp destination. The giant steep tower, for instance, could resemble a cyclone, and we could model the Timber Hearth Tower after a geyser mountain. Poke, Root, and I can begin work on this immediately in the Black Hole Forge. This will keep us busy. Guys, we've done it. This door will need to remain closed for some time. So now that that's open, does that mean it will remain open for the future? Or no? I hope it means it remains open. What do you think we do now? 'Cause Oh, it doesn't work because we do not have enough energy? There's a lot to unpack here. No, it's not the roll. That was the sand going around. How about this one? Yeah, it's the sand going past. See, look at it. Right there. How beautiful. Look at that. Look at these. See? This is, I'm guessing, imagery for stuff. See, that's definitely the cyclone planet. The other imagery, who knows? So... like, now that that's open, is it gonna remain open? It's probably not, is it? Next time. Like, am I gonna have to do that again? I probably am. Oh, no. But if we had a thing, maybe. Like, look at that. Like, stop. Cool. Oops. 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 Okay. Well, I assume there is definitely more to explore here. It's not like we can go back down. I guess now we know it's here. And we've read everything. Okay. So much wild outness. It's so wild, isn't it? No, I don't need a hint. It's okay. I'm so chill with just like spending the hours it takes for me to figure it out. Like, I'm obviously a little bit stupid, but I'll get there in the end. Like, obviously this feels important. We'll probably just have to go explore a different planet next. Like, the direction of where I'm supposed to go isn't exactly super clear. Not stupid? Well, it's okay. I'm figuring it out. Like, the amount of stuff I've figured out since I started playing, I have to finish stream in about 10 minutes. So this is my last loop anyway, because I've got to go drive to the country. And it's my niece's birthday. See, look at it filling with sand. Oops. So the planet, it really does just fill with sand from the bottom up. We learned so much today. This was so fun. Oh my god. How do I love playing video games again? I still want to go and just check the ship's log real quick. You know, we just need to consolidate. I want to consolidate the knowledge. Let's have a look. High Energy Lab, Ash Twin Project, big deal. I feel like we discovered more than that. Obviously, we need to go back to the Sunless City and do the Sun Station, I guess. There's a lot we need to do with the orbital probe cannon. Like, there's still way more we have to do over there. And then what's this? And we haven't even considered the quantum moon. Like, the shelter site. I thought we found the shelter site. Is there still just more that we don't really know? Oh my god, I just want to keep playing. Ugh, whatever. It's fine. Chat. That was so fun. That was so fun. Honestly, it's actually like so easy to get out of bed to play that game. Truly. Truly, it's so easy. I might even like do a long gaming stream at some point if you guys don't mind. It probably won't be till next week because... Oh, maybe I could do Friday. Maybe I could stream all day Friday and just do regular stream at nighttime. You said get off the couch wrong? No, I slept in my bed last night. I slept in my bed last night, so take that back, actually. I'm having so much fun. I really am. And I don't want to know anything. Like, if I get really stuck, I'll ask, but it just feels like you can go and explore somewhere different and add to your knowledge base, and then like what will end up happening is things will just link together. At least that's how I found it so far. Like, it's not like you have to have a specific direction to go. You can kind of just vibe it out a little bit, if that makes sense, which is pretty fun. And then, because I don't know how many hours is in this game. Like, it's quite a long game, right? That makes me really happy because I have no intent to rush through it, if that makes sense. For those of you who don't know, I'm a little bit of a completionist. In some ways and not in others. Like there are definitely games I haven't finished. But like Witcher 3, for example, I finished with both the DLCs, Subnautica. I've had 30 to 40 hours. See, I'm just in no rush. Anyway, my next 2 streams are tomorrow night and then Friday night, and as you all know, I'm taking the weekend off. And that I might decide to play this game Friday morning. We'll see. We'll see how I'm going. Yeah, I'm back tomorrow night for history night. No days off. Like I don't have to like 100% achievement everything, but if I'm really enjoying something, I have no need to be like the most efficient, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean, jelly beans? That was so fun.
I like it, man. I like Titan Quest 2. It was fun.
Chat, I can raid Mop. This never happens. So go enjoy Mop. Mop is really cool. I'll see you tomorrow night. I'm going to a 4-year-old's birthday dinner now. It's gonna be a hoot. So yeah. I hope you all enjoy your day. Oh, I'm so glad, Babstead. Thank you to everybody who watches my gaming. I'm having so much fun. So much fun. So, especially Greet, thank you for the $5. I'm grateful. And to Karma and Punky, and anybody else who subscribed for gaming, because that is very cool for me. It is kind of back. It is kind of back. It is kind of. I'm having so much fun. I really am. Chat, be good to yourselves. Drink some water. Have a cup of tea. And, you know, don't let the nihilism get ya. No, truly. You know? Bye-bye. Bye.